look at why this should be a problem. Is it something that should worry people? Dana.
Yeah, so why people should worry about it is for two reasons. One is, as you can see, there's a lifestyle change that is taking place. That means people are not willing to have kids. Not willing, or for some reason, I don't know the exact reason, to be honest. But for some reason, people are not have decided to not to have kids. So that means on the business, I mean, if you are in business relating to any other kids items or anything, that you are going to basically shrink, including the schools, including nurseries, including all baby care products, all that is going to get impacted. Number one. Number two is that also shows in a long run, 0 to 4, in like 15 years time, that means less people are entering the labor force because less and less children are being born. And we can see that trend. So that means after 10-15 years, there's a problem coming up. That means not many people. I mean, when company starts recruiting people, you really don't have people. That's the other problem. The second problem that you need to worry is, while there's a problem with the 0 to 4, 4 to 8 cohort, there's another problem, not a problem, it's actually an advantage that there's a big bulk joining the labor force, as Anushka was speaking. So two things can happen. If there are no job opportunities for them, if there are opportunities, there's a demographic dividend. So people should be able to recruit more. People should be able to actively, these are the healthy young men and women who can contribute, who can work. But if there are, I mean, that's a demographic dividend, which you spoke about. India, younger population, we have a bulge.
Yeah.
But what if we don't have opportunities? That's the threat or the risk factor. So like Anushka's slide, if it's broadening, who the people are born after 19, and if you compare with the census, how many actually staying in the country, if it start broadening further, that means all this demographic dividend become a demographic dividend of Australia, New Zealand, US or wherever.
Yeah.
Because
Wherever they
then that
migrate
means
to,
these
yeah.
people are migrating, or Middle East, right? So that's the other worry. Third one is, if they actually, the real worry is, so that means again we are wasting our money, all public education and all that, you have wasted your money, and also young talented people. And don't forget, these people are smarter than you and I, we have to admit, because I mean, I don't know, we haven't grown in like, exactly, I didn't have a phone till I did, till I entered university. So these guys are born with internet and social media and all this tech coding and all that. It's just like, they know how to do it.
Yeah.
So it's an educated population compared to the previous generation. We have to give them that. And then the other thing is, if they don't have opportunities, let's say also the labor migration tightening up in Australia and wherever, if they tend to stay, and if there are no opportunities, generally, as we know, what the history says is, this ends up in a unrest. Revolution, right? So those are the ones that we have to worry about on that bulge. The other end that you need to worry about is, that's till about 24. And then people are slowly shifting to the aging population. And then you have a massive aging population growing at the same time. So these guys are getting pressured because you have to have high healthcare cost, all that in the tail end. And these guys have to work for it. And there's not many people coming up in the system as well. So on one side, we have a demographic dividend. It's our choice to make it like an advantage. If you don't make it an advantage, it will likely end up as a waste of money or an unrest or a threat. And on the other hand, we have an aging population, which we have to, again, look at everything. So while these are the factors, because generally business operates on day-to-day basis now, but these are the long-term things that the businesses needs to think about, how things are changing. And also the policies, what made probably it's better to reevaluate why people are not having children. Is there a cost factor? Is there a lifestyle change? Is there something else? And why people are migrating? Is it less of opportunity? So in my view, for us to get the maximum dividend, we have to create about 100,000 companies and to create about 1 million minimum job opportunities for these people. Because already some people are retiring. But if you don't create about 1 million jobs, and million jobs won't come easily. You can't run like, Vade Kades and all that. No, you have to have more profit generating companies. For that, you have to work very hard.
Yeah, just to add to that, Dana, I think another thing is, in terms of the macro picture, an economy is sustained by people, no?
Yeah.
So economic activity is stimulated by people buying and selling, right? Participating in the economy. If you have people in that age group where consumer spending is high, right, in the sense that they buy a greater variety of things. Yes, like the 55-year-old might spend a lot on a cruise or all of that, but the young population in any country is what actually keeps the economy going. That in terms of all this consumerism is about the young population. They are the ones who go to concerts, go to clubs, take part in the economy in that way. And they are also the ones who really entrepreneurship is based on them. So if you have a lack of that cohort in those terms, then that can suffer as well. The other thing is, if we have an aging population and we have less people in this age group, that aging population is likely to be dependent on this young population. So, for example, in a family, one person who's maybe a 25, 35-year-old could be supporting both their parents, and there won't be anybody else in that family to share the burden with.
Correct.
Maybe lack of siblings or whatever, right? So that just increases the pressure on that age group as well.